In 2016, Google I/O, the company's developer conference, took place in May at the Shoreline Amphitheater in Mountain View, California. It was a full 3-day event, but you could experience it as an attendee, watching it online in any part of the world.
Here in Kyiv, we're doing a Google I/O Extended. It's live streaming of the same event. It's done all over the world in a lot of countries. Like 200 or 300 cities host such small live streaming events, and a lot of people from Ukraine, developers, and Vladimir Ivanov, they were present on the conference, and now here today we're going to listen to their opinion on the conference and all the good stuff they saw there on the new technologies, APIs, and things Google was developing for the whole year.
The Meetup was opened by Vladimir Ivanov, founder and coordinator of Google developer group Kyiv Center. It's an independent community of developers who are interested in Google's developer technology. According to Vladimir Ivanov, this year's conference was attended by 16 Ukrainian developers, which is a record number. They all heard Google's biggest announcements firsthand.
Most of the news is related to Android N, now known as Android Nougat, and to the virtual reality. There is of course news connected with Android Wear, but the most unexpected and pleasant news is what the further integration of Chrome OS and Android will bring. Konstantin Mars, member of Google developer group Dnipro, talked about Android Wear 2.0, a new version of Google's Android operating system designed for smartwatches and other wearables. He said it's a revolutionary update and a huge leap from the previous version.
This fall, we can see the new Android Wear devices that can be used absolutely independently. Like, you can just go for the training, go for your gym, go anywhere without a phone and just type anything, reply anything, and just use fully autonomous applications for Android Wear. It's really cool.
Talking about Android updates, Sergey Komlich, member of Google developer group Kremenchuk, said that security was on the agenda.
Right now they're removing or changing the behavior of some old apps so that users can be spared from information leaks. I'm talking about personal information, etc. What else? They have introduced an app that can identify a user without a necessity to enter a password, but based on his or her behavior and traits.
We asked the visitors of this event what Google's new features interest them most.
Android Nougat, of course. How can one not mention it? That's what I'd be willing to work on first, learn it from the inside out, and all else related to Android too. I'm also interested in smart fabrics. For some reason, I didn't pay much attention to it before. I think I'll Google it.
The youngest visitor of this meetup was a girl named Veronika. Given the fact that she is a daughter of the founder of Google developer group Kyiv Center, it's not surprising that her life has been linked to Google since childhood.
I started at the same time as Google Developer Group. I had just gone into the first grade when my dad took me to one of these events, and I really liked it there. In the past, I was just a member of the audience, but this year I've become a speaker. I'm presenting a project called More Addis, which is being promoted in Ukrainian schools. We girls tell pupils about prominent women in the IT industry and how strong is a contribution they made. Thus motivating pupils, boys, and especially girls who choose the IT industry as their career.
Google Developer Group's meetup in Cyclon's office in Kyiv was the last in a series of events called Post-I/O Tour. Apart from Kyiv, attendees of Google Developers Conference shared their first-hand experience with people in Uzhgorod, Lviv, Ternopil, Odessa, Dnipro, Kremenchuk, Poltava and Cherkasy. Next Google I/O conference will be held in 2017, but developers are already looking forward to it, hoping it will help them to improve their knowledge of programming and drive their ideas beyond the limits of what is possible.